Okay, problem 13 to 15. Let's take it away. Here we go. Problems 13 through 15. Okay, so in number 13, we're taking a look at a situation where it says the lines are parallel. That's important. They are parallel. So certain facts are going to be true that we want. For example, I would know that this angle right here is congruent to this angle right here. Those are corresponding angles. Certain things that we know to be true. So what I know is that angle 1 and 2 are given by these expressions right here, but angle 1 and 2 right here make a line together, so we call those a linear pair. So somehow the 11x plus 32, which represents angle 1, and the 4x plus 58, which represents angle 2, together they form a line, so that should be 180 degrees. Beautiful. So if we combine our like terms, 11x's and 4x's would be 15x's. 32 and 58 would add up to actually 90 degrees. So if we were to subtract 90 from both sides, I would have that 15x is equal to 90, and therefore divide both sides by 15, and I get x equals 6. Okay. So that being stated, I found out what x is, but that's not all they want. So let's see if we can figure it out. So I know that if x is 6, then this one would be 11 times 6 plus 32. That would be 66 plus 32, which adds up to 98. 4 times 6 plus 58 would be, that'd be 24 plus 58, which adds up to, let's see, 82 degrees. And of course, is the question would be, did I do this okay? Is there a mistake here? Because I got a 98 and an 82, and if I did it right, I should get 180, which it looks like I did. So I should know that if that is 82, then these alternate exterior angles right here should in fact be congruent. So if this angle right here is 82, then the measure of angle 3 is also 82 degrees. That was our alternate exterior angle, and that was actually a theorem back in the day. Okay, number 14. Now there's a lot of information going on here, but right away it says that I've got two triangles and I showed you one of them, but I didn't really show you the other one, but there's some other triangle somewhere else that is congruent to that triangle. But before we get there, we have this little story and I want to know about angle ROP. RO, RQP, excuse me. I want to know what that angle is, but we should know something. Triangles always have a sum of 180 degrees. So the 15x minus 4 added to the 4x plus 5 added to the 65, all of those angles should grand total add up to 180 degrees. So 15x is here, 4x is here, that's 19x's. I've got 65 here. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad that thing is over. I got 65 here. I'm looking at my like terms, plus 5 from here, and I lost 4 from there. I got plus 66 is 180. So I'm going to go ahead and subtract 66 from both sides. And I've got 19x's is 114. And I got to say, sometimes these numbers, I get nervous. Oh, it actually came out pretty nice, didn't it? So I found out that x was precisely 6. So let's see. 15 times 6 minus 4, that's for here, was 86 degrees. 4 times 6 plus 5 is going to be this angle Q right here. That's 29 degrees. I'm just going to double check something. Is 65 plus 86 plus 29. Just making sure I, in fact, got the 180 degrees that I wanted. But the measure of angle RQP is 29 degrees. And it didn't ask me to find them all, but I always double check to make sure I haven't made a silly mistake. Now, what's a little strange to people is this one is what is the length of FH? Hmm. If FG is 26. That's kind of weird. So FG is the same as PQ. But up here, I told you that PQ is 3B plus 5. And it says that FG and PQ are the same, but FG was 26. So that's going to lead me to believe that B is 7. But that's kind of a two-step problem, but I didn't ask you for the length of that other side. I asked for FH. Well, FH is first and last. FH is the same as PR. FH is equal to PR. And I know that PR is B minus 2. But I know that FH, according to this, and PR are the same. And so I already found out that B is 7. So I guess FH is 7 minus 2, which is 5. Okay, looking pretty good. And we've got one left to go. So our last little piece right here is we wanted to rotate A, B, C, D 180 degrees counterclockwise about the origin. So we're allowing you this, but a counterclockwise about the origin makes xy into negative x, negative y. So that means my old point A, which used to be 2, negative 1, is going to be negative 2, positive 1. Okay, cool. I'm going to do that. Negative 2, positive 1. Here is my new A. My old B was at 2, 6. So my new B is going to be at negative 2, negative 6. Okay, so that's going to be negative 2 and negative 6. Here's my new B. My old C up here was at 5, comma 6, which means my new B is going to be at negative 5, negative 6. And last, D, my old one was 6, 0. My new one is going to be at negative 6. And the opposite of 0, of course, is 0. So hopefully we did okay. And I'm going to go ahead and take a straight edge so it looks decent. There we go. And there we go. A little bit more to go. And last. Okay. Now let's see how we did, because again, I always like to confirm things if I can. So before I did this problem, I went ahead and I traced this so that I could utilize my patty paper to confirm my suspicions. So I'm supposed to rotate 90 and 180 counterclockwise about the origin, and my patty paper is a really nice confirmation that I did well. All right, well, hopefully that helps. I will see you guys back in class. Have a good evening.